Hello students. Uh, Today we are continuing with the same lesson, that is second number lesson of geography, natural resources, land, soil and water. Last lesson, last part, we have learned about the land. Now we are going to learn about the soil and water. So in this part we are going to cover the point soil. So soil is what? The thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. This is a very thin layer of the grainy substance that is called as a soil. It contains the fine vegetables and the animal remains, that is called humus, and this humus is very much important for increase the fertility of soil. Now about how the soil is formed we are going to learn in soil formation. The soil formation is what? It is a very slow process. It takes thousands of years to form a very thin layer of 1 to 3 centimeter. So it is a very slow process, and because of that only the soil is considered as a very valuable also. The quality of soil, you can find that it is differ from region to region, and it differs in color, texture, fertility. So why these differences are there with the soil, and what the factors which contributes for the formation of a soil, that we are going to see in our next point, that's the factors. And first factor is climatic condition. The climatic condition is very important because we know that the climatic condition is not equal everywhere. You find that the areas with the different climatic conditions. So the distribution of rainfall and seasonal temperature decides the effectiveness of withering of rocks and humus formation. So the soil is nothing but only the withering of a rocks. So the temperature and the rainfall, these are the two factors which are very much effective on the formation of a soil, that is the withering process of rocks, and also the humus formation, that means what? The dead remains of the animals and the plants. The next point is parent rock. The parent rock is very important, as we know that the soil is formed from the rocks. It is the process of a withering of a rocks, and the rocks turn into a small fragments, and that we call as a soil. So the original rock from which the soil is formed is called a parent rock, and it decides the color, texture, chemical properties, minerals contents in that rock. So all these are included with the parent rock. So for example, the black soil which formed from the dark igneous rock, that is basalt, and so because of that only the soil turn into black color. Then the next feature, that is the factor is, that is relief feature. Relief feature means what? What type of landform that area is. Okay, that means what? The altitude and the nature of slope. Altitude means what? The height of that area, and what type of slope it is there the land is having decides the rate of weathering and drainage of water. If the land is with a slope, steep slope, then you will find that the water moves down with a force or a rapid. So in steep slope, the withered rock particles cannot get deposited, means that cannot stop at a one place, it roll down. But on a flat land and a gentle slopes land, you will find that the soil can get collect at one place very easily. Then the next, that is humus. Humus means what? It's nothing but only the dead remains of the plants and animals which provides fertility to the soil, that makes the soil fertile. Then the next is a time period. Time period, it is very important factor, and the layer of the older soils are found deeper than the newly formed soil. So the time determines the thickness of the soil profile. So these are the factors which are very much important for the formation of a soil. Now we are going to turn towards our next point, that is the soil profile. So we know that the soil is formed in a horizontal layer. Okay, it develops into horizontal layer. If we take a cut, vertical cut of a earth, then you can easily find these all the layers of the soil. The horizontal layers of the soil that are called soil profile. Now, the layers we can easily divide like this. First is a topsoil, that is a horizon A, and it is very much rich in humus and minerals. It is the topmost layer, and which contains the rotten plants and animals. Then the next layer, that is the subsoil. Subsoil you can find just below the layer of a topsoil. It is made up of silt, clay, sand, some nutrients, soluble minerals and iron oxide. The rainwater which seeps into earth then it collects in this layer. The next layer is rock fragments, that is horizon C. You can see the rock particles in this layer, that is the withering started with the parent rock. You can see here in this layer, this is the layer which you can find between the subsoil and the bedrock, and it consists of the withered rock. The next and the last layer, that is the bedrock. This is the last layer and it is a solid layer of unwithered rock, that is the parent rock from which the soil is formed. Then now we are going to learn about what type of soils are there in our country. The soils of India. First, that is alluvial soil. Okay, so first, India has a variety of climate. We know that India with a variety of climate, the relief features, rock structure, due to all these different types, different factors, different types of soil you can see in our country. That is, the first is alluvial soil. By the name only, we can get know that this is the most widespread soil in India, that found in northern plains, coastal plains and the deltas of various rivers. This is it is the actually the deposition of a sediments which is carried by the rivers, and this is because this type of soil is very fertile and very good for the agricultural activities. Then the second, that is the black soil. Black soil, that is formed from dark igneous rocks, as I told you before, found in the northwestern part of Deccan Plateau on which we are living, made up of fine clay material and can hold the moisture. It is very good for holding the moisture, and it is locally called as a regur. Regur is the another name for the black soil, and it is very much best for the cultivation of a cotton and sugarcane. The next is a red soil. By the name you can get know that this color of this soil is a red. Why? Because of the high iron content. It is not very fertile, found in the southern and the eastern part of peninsular India, and can be made fertile, means you can make that land fertile by using a regularly the organic and the chemical fertilizers. The next type, that is the laterite soil. This soil found in the areas of with a heavy rainfall like the northeast India, Western Ghats and the Chota Nagpur plateau. The essential nutrients, salts, minerals, all these drain out from the soil because of this heavy rainfall, and this process is called as a leaching. It also poor in fertility and support pastures and shrubs only. Then the next type, that is the mountain soil. By the name you can get know this soil you find in the hill slopes, rich in humus due to the deposition of organic matter. Then this soil is very much suitable for the plantation of tea, coffee, fruits, spices, etc. The next is a desert soil found in the hot and some arid regions. That is, arid means what? That region which is a dry one. It has thick layer of sand. This found in the Rajasthan, and this soil is very porous. So because of that, it cannot hold the water, and we can grow variety of crops with the help of irrigation. Means after a proper irrigation, that land can produce a more. Then the next part is depletion of soil fertility. Now we know that we are using the soil for the production of agriculture. The removal of topsoil is called soil erosion. If that top layer of a soil is get removed, then it is called as a soil erosion. It is mainly caused by running water and wind, deforestation, overgrazing, overutilization of land, adopting the unscientific method for agriculture also cause the depletion of soil fertility. So these are the reasons for the depletion of the soil fertility. So thank you.